Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Colleen, and today I have with me in the kitchen my husband Gino. One of the things that we enjoy doing together when we have a chance is cooking in the kitchen. And so we have him home for the holidays, and we're going to get busy making a really simple recipe today because we've done a lot of cooking over the holidays. Maybe you have too, and you need something simple to get going. So we looked for recipes and we found this recipe on the internet. It was in a lot of places, so it may not be new to you, but it is new to us, so we're going to give it a go. It's called chicken cobbler. So we'll gather up what we need to get started, and we'll see you right back after this. Okay, to get started with this dish, we need to take, first of all, Gino, would you put the oven on 400 degrees for me, please? Yeah. We're going to cook this in the oven. And to get started, we need a half a cup of melted butter. So we're going to just put this into a microwave-safe dish and throw that into the microwave probably for, I don't know, 45 seconds maybe. And get that going. And while I'm letting that happen, I'm just going to tell you that we need about 3 to 4 cups of cooked chicken for this dish. Now, you can use what we're doing today because we're keeping it really simple. We are using a rotisserie chicken that we just picked up at the grocery store. And I thought about doing chicken breasts and just cooking them myself in the oven, just roasting off some chicken breasts in the oven. So you could do that, but of course that adds to the amount of time that you're working on this dish. You could use leftovers if you had roasted a chicken, whatever is comfortable and easy for you to do that you can get 3 to 4 cups of chicken from. That's what you want to do. So Gino, if you get busy, cut that up into 1-inch squares approximately. And I will grab the butter. Here at Beacon, I'll grab the butter. Perfect, thank you. Now, I'm going to dump this melted butter into the bottom of a 9 by 13 pan. I'm using a glass one. You use whatever you have. You can also use maybe a 3-quart baking dish for this, like a casserole, rather than using a 9 by 13 pan. In fact, several of the recipes that we saw were using 9 by 13, so that's what we're going to do. Move this out of the way. It won't take Gino long to get that going, so I'm going to move on to one of the next steps. There's several steps in this, but they're really quick, each and every one of them. So we made a trip to the grocery store, and there were things we forgot. So we're substituting out a couple of things today. One of the things that we needed was a 1-pound bag of peas and carrot mix. And I had some left over from a previous recipe. It's not a pound, it's shy of a pound, but we're going to make that work. I'm going to get that out here.
Can I have your bowl for the chicken?
Sure. There you go. And next we need to create a biscuit topping to make this into a cobbler. So you can do this a couple of different ways. You can buy, I think in the United States, you can buy I think it's called Red Lobster biscuit mix. We can't get that here in our community, so what I did manage to get was Bisquick. We're going to use that instead. So to the Bisquick mix, we're going to need 2 cups of Bisquick mix to 2 cups of milk. And yes, it's going to be runny. But that's what we need it to do. I need a pair of scissors and a bowl, and I'll be right back.
And in the meantime, there's nothing more exciting than watching me peel a chicken drumstick.
Nothing more exciting than that. I just left you out there all alone peeling the chicken. So, over the years, I've never really had a lot of opportunities to use Bisquick, but in the last year, since I started watching more quick and easy dinners, I see the value in using Bisquicks in various recipes. So we need 2 cups, and I'm going to measure that not entirely carefully for sure. Level it off. There we go. 1, 2. This side.
I'm assuming we're being careful not putting the skin in with the chicken.
Yes, absolutely. No skin and no bones. Yeah.
No bones, really?
And no bones. I know. And then 2 cups of milk goes into this. But before I pour in the 2 cups of milk, I'm just going to double check the recipe because we haven't made this recipe before. So better to double check. I think I've got too much milk in there. Oh, you can hear our washer running today too. It's a little out of balance at the moment. Yes, 2 cups of milk and 2 cups of Bisquick. And too much milk. Let me pour some back. There we go. Into the Bisquick. And I'm going to give it a stir. Have you guys had an opportunity to be introduced to Bisquick? We finally used it earlier this year as a pancake mix, and it turns out we really enjoyed it. As a scratch cook, a person who likes to cook from scratch, I normally would make pancakes from scratch or use a ready-made pancake mix. But I've never really realized before that Bisquick was a pancake mix as well.
I was never formally introduced.
You were never formally introduced.
We met in passing, aisle 7.
Aisle 7. Oh gosh. I think I need a whisk. And give this a good whisk. Now, it's not going to take Gino long to get through this chicken. And get it all cut up for us.
Just going to give my hands a quick rinse so I can operate.
And then the second, so we've got the Bisquick ready to go. Which has the chicken all cut up and ready. And if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that everything goes back into the sink that might be dirty. If I'm going to use it again, I put it off to the side, which I have done with this measuring cup.
And if she hasn't had the opportunity to introduce you to Brutus, this is Brutus. She got this for me in Chinatown in Victoria.
Victoria, BC.
Her thing always is, if it'll do a lot, it'll do a little. This will do a lot, and it will also do a little. What I like about it most, not only the long blade, the great handle, and if you hold it like this, you have total control, and with any luck, me being the klutz I am, I won't lose a finger. And so far I've been lucky.
And I don't use it because I'm not that lucky, and it intimidates me quite a bit. So I try to stay away from that knife. Now in this last mixture that we're putting together, I just realized I'm going to need a bigger bowl.
These chunks good enough size for you?
I think so.
Okay.
It's for you and me, so if you would eat it, then that's good enough.
I would eat it whole.
You probably would.
So much.
So we need 2 cups of chicken stock, and this is low sodium chicken stock. And into that, we're going to add a can of, it should be cream of chicken soup, but that was one of the things that I forgot at the store. So today we're substituting it with cream of mushroom soup. You just need the creamy part of the soup, I'm sure. And we're going to put this in there. And this is one of those dishes where you put the liquid on the top and over top of the biscuit mix, and then lo and behold it comes out where it's supposed to come out, and we have the biscuits on the top. So in goes the cream soup, and I feel like you could use any cream soup for this, but I'm going to and find out today whether the substitution matters or not. We're going to jazz it up a little bit. I didn't see this in the recipe, but I'm going to add some extra flavoring to it. And add a teaspoon of garlic powder and a teaspoon of onion powder, which I think will really work to bring out the flavor. And then I'm going to give everything a taste here and see whether I think it needs more salt. I'll definitely pepper it. I'm going to grab a spoon and just see exactly how salty that is before I get.
Do you want another little whisk?
No, that's good. We might as well reuse this one. It's all going to end up together anyway. And you can just put that chicken right into the pan. Yeah. We can get rid of that stuff there.
I'll get a fork and give that a little swivel.
Sure. We'll get you a fork here.
Keep the butter combined.
Yeah. It tends to want to separate, doesn't it? The solids from the...
I think we might get a little too much.
Maybe. Clarify it. And I think that's salty enough, so I'm not going to add any more salt to that. Just get rid of these things that we don't need in our way.
I don't know if that was exactly 3 cups, but
3 to 4 cups.
you can see that's a pretty good layer. Like that worked out pretty good, whatever that one chicken was.
Yeah. Now we're going to sprinkle on the frozen vegetables, and you do want to keep them frozen for this. Move them over. Oh, I think that's going to be enough anyway, even if we are a little bit short. Can we get our veggies this way too?
One of us is a little bit short.
Yes.
Just saying.
He needs me. Okay.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, worked out great. And now we're going to add the biscuit layer. So this is just 2 cups of Bisquick with 2 cups of milk. And it looks really runny. And you do not want to mix this at this point. You may be tempted, but don't mix it. That's how you maintain the layers. And we want to make sure that everything is covered with some of the biscuit mixture.
Spatula to scrape that out? Or
That'd be great. Thank you. And last but not least, on goes. I'll just give it one last whisk here, and then this can go on. You just want to kind of pour gently and all over, Jean. Looks very wet, doesn't it? So this is an experiment for us as well as for you. Now, if you've hung in there and made it this far with us today, I want to say thank you so much for joining and coming along and spending this time with us, and not just this time, but the last year. As we make this, it's New Year's Eve, and this video will come out tomorrow, January 1st. It will be the 200th video that we've made, and it will also be not an anniversary, but we started in June of 2020. No, yeah, 2020. So we're coming up on an anniversary there too, but this will be the 200th video, and it will be the first one that my husband's been able to be along with me, so I'm really happy to have him here, because I know you hear me talk about him all the time. Now you can put a
able to face. Or willing? There's a fine line there.
There is. Yes, he's always been able to, although I usually do the videos in midweek and he's usually on the road, and you've heard me talk about that as well. So now we're going to pop this into the oven, and it's going to go in there for around 55 minutes. It could be even 50 minutes might bring the biscuit to the top and have it cooked, but you want to have it nice and brown. So into the oven, we'll get it cooking, and we will be back with it when it's finished. Actually, when we take it out of the oven, we're going to leave it to rest for about 15 minutes, and then we'll come back and we will cut into it so that you can see what the finished product looks like, and give it a taste test so we can tell you whether or not this is something that we would make again. And so we'll be right back.
Are they going to get a chance for the taste test too? Or just
if they show up in time before we, devour it.
There you have it. You got an hour. Alrighty. I'll grab this if you grab the door.
Got it. Okay, folks, we have determined that this is a very delicious smelling dish anyway.
It smells anything.
Yeah. So we took it out.
Smell is everything.
Smell is everything. We let it rest for 15 minutes after we took it out of the oven, and we left it in the oven exactly 55 minutes. It had bubbled right up, but it's settled down a little bit now that it's started to cool. We can still see it wiggling in there, so it's still pretty hot. We're going to just scoop out the serving.
Interesting to note that all the butter rose to the very top, so it's like self-basting almost.
Yeah, it is, exactly. Oh my. I think this would be one of those meals that would be really good with just a little side salad, or maybe some bread just to pick up the extra gravy that we can see here. Because it certainly did make some gravy. I'm not cutting it very well, I don't think. But definitely the biscuit part rose up, although I can see that some of it sunk to the very bottom too. So truly is Cobbler-like. We hope you've enjoyed this dish. We're going to give it a try. Seems pretty hot right at the moment. Like I could burn the roof of my mouth hot. Oh, what do you think?
Very good.
I used 30% reduced salt chicken stock, and also reduced salt soup. I could have added some salt to this. It is a little shy of salt, but other than that, it's very good. And it came together really super fast.
Interesting, the chicken didn't get too tender either, like it's not squishy or
Yeah,
mushy.
it held its shape pretty well.
It did. For pre-cooked chicken, that was awesome.
Yeah.
There's lots of little brown crispy bits from the Bisquick that stayed on top.
Yeah.
But the veggies still have integrity. They're still fairly firm.
Yeah, they're not mushy either.
No, other than the salt issue, that's bang on.
That's a good dish. Hope that you have enjoyed this video today, folks. And again, I want to say thank you so much for joining us on the first video of 2025 and our 200th video. It's been a treat to have you all along. I think of you all as friends and family, and I hope that you will continue to watch us in the new year. As always, the recipe will be in the description box below, and you're welcome to use it. I would give credit to whoever did this, but I don't know who that was, so we'll just leave the recipe in the description below. As always, if you have enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel, give it a like and a thumbs up, and leave your comments below. I love to read through them all. Till next time, folks, take care, everybody, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Thank you so much.